a Ghanatube Sumodofo Snowy Masai so atenase ebusiafo pass no na meka wo se nsembi ekoso ewo omanga ne mu trending issues akese pa na menum enkwan no enja fufuo no nti mesre se ebeka gotie nsem a ekoso na se pa na mene de ka ho no ato aso emom.
Talking about that, you mentioned Parliament. It just reminded me that we still have a Blake Manov that is outstanding.
Yeah.
That must be something that must be on your top list of concerns. That 6 months after the election, we still don't have an elected member of Parliament. Well, what are you doing about it as a chairman?
We are having a wrong election management body in place. And so that is a subject of reset in future.
Resetting the EC?
Sure.
What does that mean?
It means that bringing it back into an institution that is fit for purpose. The way it is existing now, it's not fit for purpose. Because you cannot have, with all the laws that we have, you cannot still be having an election that will go into a stalemate. There is no anticipation of any stalemate in elections in any of our laws, unless people don't want to do their work well. And so it's a clear case of negligence or inability to perform its functions. So it's a good reason why the Electoral Commission needs to be reset. And that is not the only issue. Remember, 4 years ago, there was the issue of SAL. A whole constituency went unrepresented for 4 years. And then, so when this commission, as presently constituted, took over the reins of the Electoral Commission, they have never done an election that is satisfactory. These 2 major elections, the first one constituency went unrepresented for 4 years. And then their second election is this one. And then with the by-elections, Ayawaso West, Wogon, everything has been removed. So there is overwhelming evidence that this commission is not fit for purpose. And if any serious country will want to maintain this type of electoral commission, then I don't know what the country is about.
So there will be a change at the EC leadership?
There has to be a change.
Mensah must go?
Yes, I think the 3 top leadership must all go.
So that will be the chairperson herself and her two
deputies. Yeah.
Mensah, then Boxman Asari, and I believe you've been working, he's not always in the news.
Tete. They must all go. They have mismanaged the commission so badly.
Their positions, though, are positions protected under the Constitution. They're guaranteed tenure.
But the Constitution has given us the path to remove them. And that is what is happening to the Supreme Court. You may be guaranteed, but there is no position under our Constitution. There is no appointee or state functionary who cannot be removed under this Constitution. There's a procedure of removing the president. There's a procedure of removing Speaker of Parliament. That's why there's a procedure for removing Chief Justice. Everybody has, a way of holding them accountable. Because if you make an appointee or a state functionary who is not accountable to anybody, there's no way to hold them to check, then you breed a monster. And so when you look through the Constitution, everybody in the Constitution can be changed. So I'll have issue if they are changed through the wrong means. But if they are changed through the constitutionally stipulated means, democracy is working.
Somebody needs to bring a petition. Will the NDC sponsor one?
I'm expecting you to sponsor one because many of the shortcomings you've been talking about them here.
I don't have any grievance with them, so I have no reason to.
Anybody, any of the 32 million Ghanaians can bring a petition.
I mean, and very quickly on the subject, I mean, they superintended over a historic win for you. The same commission of Jim Mensah, Tete, and Boss Manasari. Your victory, never in the history of Ghana have we seen before. This is the same EC that you say should go. That's superintendent over that. Isn't that saying something about their quality and independence?
We put in more effort than necessary. If we had a fairer commission, half of the effort we put in would have delivered the results. But we saw the bias electoral commission as one of the difficulties we must plan to overcome. So we had to, as I declared before the election, that we are going into the election like somebody who has to dine with a devil. If you have to dine with the devil, you must have a long spoon. So that was what we did. So it does not speak to their competence or lack of it. In fact, even after results had been declared, they allowed some kangaroo procedure to reverse results that have been declared in about 5 or 6 constituencies, which is not allowed under any law. You understand? So that speaks a lot to their incompetence and their vulnerability to political manipulations and all that. So we have to do something about it.
Your friends in the MPP have adopted a very interesting approach to their succession plan.
Yes.
They are now going to turn the cap over and climb down from the top of the tree. They're going to elect in their presidential as the candidate on 31st of July before they do the rest of the elections from the ground up. I've heard you say that you sort of analyzed it. I didn't hear you say categorically it's bad or wrong. You sort of analyzed the strengths and weaknesses.
Yes.
Having looked back now, had a few days to look at it now, how is that? Because again, you have a stake there because whatever happens to MPP may also be necessarily, be something that you watch. But opponents do that all the time. Watching them do what you're doing, are you worried that this is a part that have got it right and they're going to pose a threat, or you're relaxed that they have it wrong?
You see, you are expecting me to compare what I have seen to what I have not seen yet. Okay, one is a proposal yet to be implemented. All we know is moving from the base to the top. And they now think that we must move from the top to the base. They are yet to put it into practice. So you can only do an analysis, the pros and cons. And but the real judgment will come after they've done the implementation. I have been on record to have repeated this old saying that doing the same thing the same way and expecting different results amounts to insanity. But I also am aware that thinking outside the box does not always deliver better results than what you have. Because if something is not broken, you don't fix it. If you want to blame your defeat on the way or the timing of the election of your flag bearer or the sequence of elections within the party, you must have evidence, solid evidence that that is the cause of the problem you are trying to solve. If you don't have that solid evidence and it is somebody's hunch that perhaps it is because of this that we lost, so let's go and deal with it, you may land in a bigger trouble. So, and we've seen the MPP has begun from the base to the top on several occasions. Some have led them into victory, and in other cases have led them into defeat. How to determine whether it is just that process that is responsible for defeat or failure is a major thing they must consider very well to be able to fix the problem. That this is the problem, so I'm going to solve it.
Ese for me that say munya ambre ekotie nsema ekoso ewo omani mu na obetimi enso e de wadwenkyere abreme ewo comment box ni mu na making kind na e de amofefefe ansa na meswe mu so no make I will be say aha eye Ghanatube so on subscribe na hit the notification bell no e fa mame wonderful so ni e busia for sisi ade akram.